hey, 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 hey. Let me. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 yay, yay, here we go. Hey, 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 what is going on? What is going on, people? Let me cut this clown ass shit down. Ah, damn. What is going on? What is going on, people? I am your boy, Warren G. This is the No I Don't Know podcast, because I don't know. Shit. I thought I knew, but I don't. Man, I thought I would hit y'all up today. Been reading some interesting things and watching and seeing some interesting things, so I thought I would talk about it today. So we're going to get right into it. Yeah, another clown ass day at the corporate plantation. I already know how it is. I know y'all clown asses at work. Can't stand motherfuckers that act like they don't work for the system, but technically you do. Fuck out of here. Stage left, clowns. But anyway, hey, another day, another 10 cents for black people or melanated people, another $2.50 for Caucasians. But anyway, hey man, I'm gonna get right into it. Yeah, you already know how it is. You be tired as fuck. We already know we discovered, and we already know that shit. Ah, man, it's hot than a motherfucker though. God damn, I was just complaining about how cold it was. Now it's hot as a motherfucker. I'd rather deal with the cold. God damn, I'd rather deal with the cold. Man, if hell is like this, then fuck it, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because it can't be as hot as this, if there is a hell, clowns. But anyway, like I said, we about to get into it and discuss a few things. I know motherfuckers done had their little Mother's Day Mother's Day celebration, and I talked to a couple of people and they was like, oh man, what you do for Mother's Day? I was just like, well, you know what, man, I didn't even know, because that's some man-made shit anyway. You supposed to celebrate that shit all the time. But anyway, we gonna get right into it. What they didn't tell you on Mother's Day. All right, first of all, let's get into it. Since we want to talk about Mother's Day, let's talk about it. Let's ask all of the mothers. Let's ask Eric Gardner's mother. Let's ask Philando Castile's mother. Let's ask Trayvon Martin's mother. Or Sandra Bland's mother. Or let's see, who else? Mike Brown, Alton Sterling's mom, Walter Scott, Freddie Gray. It's a whole bunch of mothers who their child's lives were taken unjustly because of the system of white supremacy, and just because the system of white supremacy reigns supreme over us. And the reason why I'm bringing up Eric Gardner in specifics is because I was reading, and I was always, it's so funny because the Sandra Bland thing, I did a podcast on that. Y'all go check it out whenever the fuck y'all want. I don't care. Sandra Bland's case is being reopened because they just found footage. They didn't find footage. The footage was already on her phone of her recording a police officer and him acting like he was going to tase her and fucking with her and just doing all kinds of shit. Caucasian officer. Well, the Italian Daniel Pantaleo or Pantaleo Plantalier, they're bringing his case up again. And with regards to them bringing up his case, the police are just now going after basically investigating him and seeing if there's criminal charges that should be filed or if he should be fired. After 4 years, 5 years, they just now doing it. And one of the policemen was like, look, man, I put this on their desk. I recommended that they terminate him and we go after him criminally. And they just held it. You know why? Because they are on code. They're on code. So let's tell her happy Mother's Day. As Eric Gardner's family is standing in the rain outside the police department because they act like they don't want to do nothing to this white boy. I don't give a fuck about you being Italian. That means nothing to me. Because at the end of the day, you have Caucasian skin. And their skin just happens to be pale. If you want to do the legality terms. And it probably ain't even pale. I got to get my Black's Law Dictionary. What's happening to the chat room? Screwhead, what's going on? Bro, you hear about the cop shooting that lady? I know I heard about a cop. There's so much shit going on. I heard about a cop not shooting a lady, but a baby ended up falling in Atlanta, Georgia because he was trying to arrest this black lady. So the baby, I think, fell on his head or some shit. It's ruthless. What's going on? What cop shot a lady? That ain't nothing new. Just like y'all saw that cop body slam that sister last week. This shit ain't gonna stop. So I thought I would talk about that. So while we sitting up here focusing on Aisha Curry and if she's getting enough dick or not, we need to be worried about real issues that's going on. Like Eric Gardner's mama and how she's got to live in the same city as where Daniel Pantaleo, or whatever the fuck his name is, they put him on desk duty after he used the chokehold and executed him on video. And then his lawyer, see, that's why this United States of America shit is some fucking bullshit. Then the lawyer says, oh, well, he didn't use the chokehold. He used this other hold that the police did. Nigga, it was a chokehold. He was on his back. No, he didn't like Eric Gardner. He probably don't like niggas, period. Y'all gotta understand, all these motherfucking police officers, that's why I just watched this, this docuseries, I haven't finished it, on Flint Town, about the Flint Police Department. You got the black police department, the black police who's really policing the neighborhood because they really care. And then you have the Caucasians that don't even really want to be bothered with no niggas, but this is the only job they can get, so they take it. So why everybody walk around celebrating Mother's Day and going to a clown-ass restaurant and pretending like you really love your mama or your baby mama or your sister or your cousin when really you're just doing this shit because you know you ain't got no choice? That's what's going on. And these are things that you got to understand. So while you out here, oh, happy Mother's Day, and all that, that's why I say happy Suckers Day. This is the shit that they didn't tell you. But I bet you them restaurants made a whole lot of money. And I bet you a lot of churches made a whole lot of money too, because there's probably a whole lot of niggas whole lot of women that showed up for church because they know it's Mother's Day. So no, them offerings was clean. I bet you them church offerings was real heavy. But I digress. I just thought we'd talk about that. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is there was a situation yesterday or the day before. I think it was on Mother's Day, where this white dude, see, this is how bold these suspected white supremacists and these white supremacists are getting. They just call you monkey man to your face now. So we got to be on code. Now the sister, go look up YouTube and look up white man says monkey man in restaurant in LA. This white man, he's mad because he can't get the service that he wants, and there's other people in front of him. And you know how Caucasians are. They feel like they're supposed to be the head of the line. They don't like to wait in line. They act like nothing else matters but them and everything revolves around them. Well, he in there talking crazy to these niggas that work there and calling a nigga monkey man. Shout out to my sister. She had the spirit of Queen Nzinga, the spirit of Ogun, the spirit of Dirty Bookman, the spirit of Makandal. She had that spirit in her where she was like, you know what? I'm tired of this motherfucker disrespecting my brothers. That black sister started socking the fuck out of that white man. They had to hold her back. Man, that's twice. Now, come on, brothers. Come on, because I'm waiting for a motherfucker, man, run up on me. I'm not saying I'm the toughest motherfucker, but if I got a hammer or anything in my hand, you get bopped upside the motherfucking head. For real. And I ain't gonna give you too many times to be calling me crazy and monkey man, all that. Fuck all that. That sister got tired of listening to that nigga say that shit. And she commenced to whooping his motherfucking ass. That nigga had to get that nigga up out of there. Shouts out to that sister. That's what we need. But I'm tired of, but you know why? Because we so worried about going to jail. And I get it. You worried about going to jail. You worried about all this shit. But you know what? That's twice. The last time, it was a black sister in McDonald's. And that nigga grabbed her shirt and she was socking the fuck out of that nigga. She was all yuking in that nigga. And called him a bust ass nigga. That's what I like to see. Because you're going to get tried. That's why I don't go in there smiling. Nah, I ain't smiling with you. So I'm watching you though. Because I already know what it is. So happy Mother's Day to that. Because on one end, you got people trying to enjoy their day. And then here you go with the Caucasian suspected white supremacy shit. And you calling him monkey man. And come on fucking dude. Come on monkey man. Let's go fucking monkey man. All this other shit. Okay. And then that sister started socking the shit out of that nigga. And then then they had to pull the sister off of him. So shouts out to that sister. See, this is what we need. See, that's what I'll be watching. I'll be watching all that shit. That's why I always tell you about the corporate plantation. You notice how bold Caucasians are at the corporate plantation? Yet again, I always say, Caucasians own all these fucking guns and they brag on all this other shit, but yet they're only bold. The dominant society is only bold at that corporate plantation. Once you step outside of that, them motherfuckers can't wait to get home and get the fuck away from you and hope they don't never run into you outside of that fucking place. Like I said before, man, when I used to go, for all y'all that live in Las Vegas, Nevada, man, I used to go to the Santa Fe all the motherfucking time and get my drink on when I used to drink. When I was unenlightened. I'm not saying if you drink, you unenlightened. Hey, nigga. No, I'm just saying when I used to, go to the Santa Fe, chill at the sports book, have me some drinks and shit. And I used to see a lot of people that I worked with there, but they wouldn't come up on me because they knew I wasn't smiling with you, motherfucker. I don't fuck with you. Because you already know how it is, and you can gauge somebody's temperament of how they really feel about your people. And what they try to do is, a lot of times, is they try to segregate you and tell you you're somehow better than the next person. But you got to look at it like that. Eric Gardner's still your people who got executed on video. Alton Sterling is still your people. Philando Castile is still your people. When I was watching Flint Town and they showed the Flint police department watching the Philando Castile video. Now the brothers, much props to the brothers, especially that Sergeant Jones or Officer Jones, a part of the CAT unit. Shout out to that brother. None of the brothers said anything. They didn't make no comments. They just sat there. But of course, white people are like, oh, well, seems like he followed procedure. It just looks like he was a little escalated. No, the police officer who shot and assassinated Philando Castile was very emotional. He was an emotional train wreck. And he could have killed the baby that was in the back seat. But they still trying to justify it. Only the Caucasians was trying to justify it. The brothers wasn't. And they on TV. They doing a documentary. So shout out to those brothers, man. They gave me a different perspective on what it is for black people to really police the community. And I'm not no pro Blue Lives Matter or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, go watch that documentary. Because I like what the brother said. I'm going to repeat it again. He checked the shit out of that Indian motherfucker and was like, I know what you're doing. You over here in this neighborhood, and then you go back to your neighborhood. You ain't worried about it over there. But this neighborhood, I live over here. That's what you need. It should not be Caucasians policing the west side of Las Vegas. It should only be black people over there. Because we know how to deal with each other. That's why cops are always killing us, because we the easy targets, because we don't stick together. We don't stand together. We want to somehow be singled out from the rest of the commoner. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have situations like Eric Gardner's family just now trying to get some type of justice. They only got like $4 million. Remember, I told y'all, for all you that watch this fucking podcast, I told y'all, Mohammed Noor shot and killed a Caucasian lady. I don't care where she was from. She was Caucasian. The family got $20 fucking million. Philando Castile, he got what, $800,000 or $1 million? Eric Gardner got $4 million. Trayvon Martin, I don't even know if they got any fucking money. Alton Sterling, I don't think he got no fucking money. Mike Brown, I don't think, and if so, he probably got what, $1 million? Come on, man. So what does that tell you? But the Caucasian lady, they got $20 million though. $20 million. And Mohammed Noor, forgot to tell you that, he's one of us. See, that's why all you Africans that get around white people and call us Akata, I do not fuck with these nigga and all this other shit. Oh, that's not my nigga. Oh, they are ghetto and all this other shit. And try to look down on us. And then when the motherfucking white supremacy hem your ass up, oh, my brother. Oh, my nigga. Oh, come here, my nigga. I got love for you, my nigga. We are my nigga. That bullshit. Man, I don't want to hear that. And the first thing I'm gonna tell you, take your motherfucking ass back. Take your bitch ass back to where you get. That's what you get. With your bitch ass. See, we only want to claim that black shit when it's important to us. I'm talking about to all the motherfuckers that's overseas. Oh, I'm Grenadian. Oh, I'm Barbados. Oh, I'm not black. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Okay, nigga. I'm not black. I'm OJ. Okay. You see what they did to that nigga? That's why, and for the first time in OJ's life, he finally did the right thing. That nigga got out of the pen, and you ain't heard from that nigga since. If he would have done that 20 years ago, he would have never put his big head ass back to jail for trying to steal his shit. And fuck Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown's sister. She was a fucking tramp who was fucking everybody under the sun and snorting Quaaludes. They don't want to talk about that shit though. But if it was a nigga, look at what happened with Trayvon Martin. Oh, he was a bad guy. He's this, he's that. They bring it because it's a character assassination. But when it comes time to to assassinate Nicole Brown Simpson's character, oh no, she was my daughter. We love Nicole. Well, bitch, we ain't love her, and we don't love none of them hoes, cause that's all they was. So Daniel Pantaleo, whatever the fuck, Pantaleo, whatever the fuck his name is. I hope you go to prison. And if you don't, I hope you at least get fired and lose your money. You'll probably go get a job somewhere else, but I'm pretty sure that's a job you love. Policing niggas and fucking with niggas. How's it all these fucking Italians and white people on the police department, but it ain't nothing but niggas and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and all these motherfuckers out there? That don't even make sense. But we don't question that because we so busy worried about what big head Aisha Curry thinking about. Because this bitch wants some more dick because she bored. So now she talking about, I'm not getting enough attention. With all that head that you got, looking like Bobby's World, you get all the attention you need, bitch. Like I said before. Get me started on that shit. And that's another thing, which brings me to my next topic, my next thing I want to talk about, and I've been reading about it, and I've been reading about it for a while. Steve Sambo Harvey. Remember how I told you they try to segregate you? Oh, you're better than them. You know, you're not like all the other, you know, those black people, they're ghetto. Oh, you don't think Caucasians are bold enough? Not even, the dominant society is bold. They will tell you that shit. They bold, and it's in messages and it's encoded. They'll tell you that, like, oh, you know, you know, that neighborhood, that's ghetto. But if it's a predominantly black neighborhood, they basically like, oh, them ghetto ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now, some Caucasians, some suspected white supremacists, they'll call everything ghetto unless it's where they live. And the majority of them suspected white supremacists, they live in the hood too. But they don't think it's ghetto because there's a whole bunch of Caucasians. They can call the West Side ghetto, but these Caucasians could live in a trailer park off Nellis. But they'll call the West Side ghetto. And they can literally move their house to wherever they want. Literally, they can move their house. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to get on this shit, because it's shit I always talk about. Now, Steve Harvey's clown ass. The think like a man, act like a lady. First of all, that's some bullshit. And all you ladies that's out there, we just finna get into this real quick. I don't claim to be no fucking therapist or no psychologist, nothing. I'm just a nigga that's navigating through the system that we so-called life like y'all. But I'll tell you this. Any bitches that's out there listening to Steve Harvey's bald-headed ass, y'all bitches on a straight way path to hell. First of all, why would you want to take advice from a coon? Because basically, he's telling you to get some type of nigga that's like him. You know what I'm saying? That will bow down and acquiesce and do whatever they need to do just to be relevant and make money. Now, the reason why I want to get on Steve Harvey, I know a lot of people probably ain't talking about, but I'm talking about this motherfucking bald-headed ass because it brings me to my point about our sister Monique, who was killing it out here in Las Vegas, by the way. Now, Steve Harvey brings her on his show to chastise her. And this ain't the black-white game. This ain't the racist game. This the money game, Monique. Mo. Now, his ass got fired. And NBC was like, oh, you have too many other outside obligations? You're done. Now this motherfucker wants to reply with the whole shit talking about, oh, well, I thought we didn't do business this way. No, nigga, this is their game. That's what your whole ass get. Coon ass nigga. And giving the pound cake speech and looking down on everybody and telling niggas what they supposed to be. I don't understand why every nigga think that they can get a pound cake speech like Bill Cosby. Look at what happened to Bill Cosby. That nigga 100 years old and they got the pudding pop nigga locked up. Because these bitches is basically wrapping their pussy up in a gift and then mailing it to Bill Cosby. And since he opened it up and took the pussy, now it's like, oh, okay, you're going to jail now. Man, get the fuck out of here. But I'm still waiting on Harvey Weinstein. See why R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and all them, these people are getting locked up. Why they ain't locking up none of their people? But we so quick to condemn. No, I'm condemning the Steve Harvey's clown ass. And I'm condemning all these motherfucking black people that was with Lifetime when they did that documentary on R. Kelly when the shit that happened with Aaliyah was 20-something fucking years ago. And if her family ain't coming out trying to press charges, why the fuck everybody jump on the bandwagon? That's some clown shit. What's happening, Johnny Brown? But this is what we do. I'm talking to the chat room. This is what we do. We focus on the other shit. That's what I'm saying. Steve Harvey basically brought Monique on the show, but I bet you he brung her on the show under the guise of thinking like, oh, I'm a mentor, you on TV. Yeah, well, bitch, you got mentor, Steve Harvey. Steven from Django. Sambo Harvey. Fuck out of here, nigga. And I'm glad Monique was calling out Oprah and all that whole shit. And look at Oprah. Oprah sold out Michael Jackson. I'm talking about the person, nobody has done more for this society as far as on the music side of the game than Michael Jackson. Who else for our people? Michael Jackson shut down Times Square and publicly called out Tommy Mottola's racist motherfucking ass and said he was racist and he didn't want me making soulful music. He wanted me to keep making pop. That bullshit. And I know Tommy Mottola's racist because Irv Gotti, when he was on Drink Champs, go check that out, he straight out admitted and said he called him a nigga. And then Irv Gotti kind of excused it. Nah, I don't excuse that. Don't call me no motherfucking nigga. Don't call me shit. Just stay the fuck away from me. And that's the problem. We always chastising each other and always publicly going out and giving a pound. I don't do pound cake speech. I just want to arm people with knowledge that I have, and I want people to arm me with the knowledge that they have so I can navigate through this system. I don't got time to be telling a nigga, well, what you need to do is pull yourself up out the bootstraps and yes, sir, no, sir, and show's thing, boss. I'll get right on that. Yous want me to work until I'm dead? I'll work till I'm dead, boss. Nah, man. Which a lot of you niggas is doing. Oh, it's a lot of niggas that act like Steve Harvey. I've been around them. I have been around them at the corporate plantation. And I've been around them outside of it. And they give you the pound cake speech and tell you what you're supposed to be doing. That type of shit. That's like man, y'all just don't know. That's why I be looking at motherfuckers like Steve Harvey and shit. I'm like, nigga, we got bigger fish to fry. And you talking about, oh, well, this the money game and there's a certain way you can't flex and all this other stuff. Well, there comes a time where you have dignity and respect. You can't just let no motherfucker do whatever you want, whatever they want. I remember one time I was at the corporate plantation. It was a minute ago. This was a while ago. Motherfucking somebody tried to step to me, a part of the dominant society, but they was real sideways. I had to nip that shit in the butt right away. You ain't the motherfucking supervisor. Nigga. Fuck out of here. So skip your little bitch ass. Go do that shit with somebody else. Because you already know how the dominant society is. They always think they gotta. That's why a lot of the dominant society who cannot make it in corporate America, they go be a police officer. First they go join the army and go fight a war that ain't even supposed to take place. And then they tell niggas like us, oh, be all you can be. No, be all you could never be in this society. How you gonna be all you can be when it's two different operating systems? They could never relate to what a black person goes through. And it ain't their job. I don't want you to relate. Just give us the money that you owe us. And then all you coon Sambo ass motherfuckers like Steve Harvey and all this other shit, see, now they fired your bitch ass. Now you want to be like, oh, they're supposed to tell me. I thought we were supposed to have communication. Nigga, it's they shit. Why would they communicate? Let me read something from the chat. Steve got 2 shows canceled on his ass. That's what he get. That's what he get. Because he's a fucking coon. He was talking, see, look, I want everybody, whoever watching this shit, you can send to whoever. Notice, Monique riding off to the sunset. She killing out here. Her and Eddie Griffin is out here killing it out here, especially Monique. She killing it at the SLS. Monique getting her bread. Everything Monique said about those motherfuckers was facts. Because look at Oprah. Oprah gonna say you can use my jet. Monique like, bitch, pay me my money. That's what I always be saying. We'll pay Mexicans. We'll pay white people. But when it come time for niggas, if the niggas can do the work and get the work done well, we don't want to pay them. Even with a job. Even with the job at the corporate plantation. I know how we get. We get on the job, and this is what we do to the job. Juice can't have my job. This my master gave it to me. That's how motherfuckers be acting. I know y'all can't see it if y'all listening on SoundCloud, but I'm just telling you. That's how motherfuckers act. I be dying laughing. You know, and this is what we do too. We gotta listen to what people are saying. Like I said before on the podcast on Sunday, and I'll say it right now. Dick Cheney was a genius because when he get around people, he's just quiet and just listen to what they had to say. He just listened. He never held his card, especially people that were in positions of authority. He just was quiet, didn't say shit. We gonna get that. We gotta take heed to that. I bet you Steve Harvey's clown ass gonna take heed when his ass. Watch. I'm gonna tell you what Steve Harvey gonna do. He gonna go back to doing comedy. You can't buck dance and coon no more, nigga. That's what you get. You're all cooned out. So take your bitch ass to Coons Anonymous and Sambo Rehab and purge yourself of that Sambo spirit. And then you can bring your bald-headed ass back over here to our side. But niggas always want to come to our... Why niggas want to come to our side when they dead, they down, they broken? Then they want to fight the real cause. That's why I give D.L. Hughley props. Because D.L. Hughley, he know the game. But D.L. Hughley still tour. D.L. Hughley still do what he need to do. I like his special that's on WeTV. It's dope. I like D.L. Hughley. He's very intellectually smart. And his jokes are intellectually funny. They make you think. So here's the thing. We, to me, have to look at people like Eric Gardner. Why is it 5 years later they just now trying to bring charges up on Daniel Pantaleo? Why is that? Because they gonna move their feet because he's a part of the dominant society. That's why when motherfucker get to talking that, oh, I'm Irish. You know, well, nah, you're a part of the system of white supremacy. Well, if you're Irish and you're a McDouglas or McDougal, if you want to go through the real, then you're a descendant of a Moor. That's why you got to read Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2, and it will explain it to you. I have those books and I read them, and them motherfuckers ain't no easy read. White supremacy, because it's their system that they invented. So why would you want to waste your time walking around trying to explain to them how the system works? They know how it works. Like I told you on the last podcast, when I was going back and forth with this LBGTQ LMNOP XYZ, white supremacists, suspected white supremacists, trying to explain to me their struggle. And then every time he kept trying to explain to me their struggle, I kept saying, but y'all didn't go through this, and this. I just kept naming the things that they didn't go through. I was like, you didn't go through. Y'all have not been raped, robbed, pillaged, stripped of your culture, your name, your birthright, your land, your resources. They did not make LBGTQ LMNOP XYZ build this country. So I don't want to hear that shit. And then finally they got off my timeline. Oh, well, then they started insulting you. Then his name called. Oh, well, you're dumb and you can't read. I was laughing. I was like, oh, I can't read. They just mad because there's no combating that. But you know what makes it hard? Clown ass niggas like Steve Harvey telling Monique, this ain't the money, this ain't the black-white game, this the money game and all this other stuff. Well, Looks like looks like this ain't the money game for you either, Steve. This is the black and the white game because they replaced you with Melissa McCartney, who just happens to be Caucasian. Facts. They didn't replace you with another nigga. They didn't do what they did to Nick Cannon. They try to run Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was like, well, fuck y'all niggas. I'm good. That ain't my last couple of dollars. And then they put Terry Cruz's cooning ass on there. Running around talking about black men are toxic masculinity. Fuck all them black bitches talking that shit. And the real women, the real black sisters, they know. That's why you don't see real black sisters on there talking about men are toxic masculine, black men are toxic masculinity. That's some, look, first of all, let me just put this out there. The R. Kelly documentary, if you watched it, it was a bitch on there that looked like KRS-One. She looked like a fucking alligator KRS-One. That bitch had alligator skin with a KRS-One face. And she talking about how toxic men are and all this other shit. Bitch, ain't no nigga looking for you, ugly bitch. I mean, this bitch looked like, she looked like Baraka on Mortal Kombat. That bitch looked like, that bitch looked like one of them fucking things on Blade 2 with the bald head. Let me read something from the chat. Melissa lost her show because she lost weight and they gave her Steve's job. Exactly. Because, and you right. Because they wanted a bigger white woman so they can make it easier to poke fun at fat people and make the fat jokes. And then they was like, all right, then she started losing all that weight and getting healthy, and then she started doing the movies. And now, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of her movies are not that great. The Bridesmaid movie was good, and then the movie she did where, I forgot, I think it was DC Young Fly that was in the movie. She's real good on screen with black people. And I'm not cool or nothing, but it's a better chemistry. But you know what, let me tell you something. It's always a better chemistry when they put black people on the screen. It's a fact. Look at Forrest Whitaker, Denzel Washington, Will Smith, all in. These are geniuses. The top actors of all time. Fuck Meryl Streep. Viola Davis. All them, man, please. Fuck out of here. Nigga act like you gotta be acting for 50 years to be one of the greatest actors of all time. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I look at the motherfuckers like Steve. I'm like, nigga, why you up here? And that's why Monique getting her bread. And now all these people, the only thing I had something to say about Monique is when she was like, they only wanted to give me $500,000. Bitch, $500,000. Bitch, I can't even get to $100. And you talking about they only wanted to give you $500,000. Now, you could have kept that part to yourself, but I get it. That was unrelatable. But I do get how they play games. Well, we'll give Dave Chappelle this and we'll give Chris Rock this shit, but we only gonna give you this. Now, that's what Caucasians do. That's what, look, they run that's their narrative. It's their platform. What Monique should have did was just go shoot her own fucking shit and be like, hey, I just want y'all to support me. Fuck them. If she wouldn't have, to me, I felt like if she wouldn't have told the number and she'd have been like, if she would have just been like, well, they giving Amy Schumer woo woo whoop, and that bitch is a fucking joke thief. So I just want y'all to support me. Hey, I'd have been all for it. Y'all can still have y'all platform because you know niggas ain't gonna get rid of no goddamn Netflix. Too many niggas use Netflix to fuck bitches, so they not finna get rid of that. That's why it's the hints to Netflix and chill. I just wish I would have bought Netflix stock back in the day when it wasn't worth shit, when they was still mailing you DVDs and shit. That's what I'm mad about. God damn. But anyway, that's why I look at motherfuckers like, oh, when I was reading that Steve Harvey thing, I was like, yes. Like, yes. Yeah, I'm glad that's what he get. Man, fuck Steve Harvey. With his wig wearing ass. That nigga was wearing a wig the whole time he was on Apollo. And the whole time he was on the Steve Harvey show. At Steve Hightower. Yeah, the only thing that was high was that wig he was wearing, bald head nigga. Fuck out of here. No, that nigga, let me tell y'all something. Now, you like, why he going in on Steve Harvey? The reason why is because I'm bringing it full circle. Stop the buck dancing, the cooning, samboing, throwing your own people under the bus, publicly shaming them in front of the dominant society, thinking you're going to get some butter biscuits. They took all they butter biscuits and gave it to another bitch and was like, all right, nigga, you fired. And they didn't even tell that nigga. They put it in the paper. That's what you get with your bitch ass. Facts. That's what you get. Hoe ass nigga. You better write you a think like a man, act like a lady part 2. Hoe ass nigga. That's what you get for throwing your own people under the bus. You could have done that to Monique privately. And then everybody, and all the white people was clapping when he was like, oh, this ain't. So you gonna take race out of it and put money in it. It is race. Because Lee Daniels is a hoe ass nigga. Tyler Perry is on the fence. And Oprah, man, look, let me tell y'all something right now. Man, fuck Oprah. Yeah, I said it. Man, fuck that bitch. I don't ever want to meet that. Why would I want to meet that ugly bitch? The last thing Oprah was ever good in was, you told Hoppo to beat me. That shit. After that, I was watching Oprah. I was like, yeah, Oprah. Everybody's getting a new car. That bullshit. Man, bitch, get your motherfucking big head ass up out of here. Talking about Weight Watchers. Then Weight Watchers lost all that stock and all this other shit. Then you get on. Don't have me, man. First of all, only thing that's good on there is probably Queen Sugar. And I don't even watch that. All the other, sorry, Tyler Perry, man, you cool and all, but the rest of that shit is corny as fuck. And it's boring. And it's always got all these church titles and shit. Nah, bitch. And that's why let me jump on the attacking Michael Jackson train. I get back in with White Daddy. She'll throw your own people under the bus to get back in with them, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck Oprah. Ugly ass bitch. She not even fucking Stedman. And Stedman look like the daddy from the Bill Cosby show. Bill Cosby's dad on the Cosby show. Stedman look like that nigga. And the Attorney General Eric Holder. That nigga look like he do not want to be bothered with her ugly ass. I know he ain't fucking with her. And this bitch gonna build a school for a bunch of bitches in Africa. And no diss to my sisters and brothers and all that. But okay, well bitch, Chicago is in dire straits. We need you to build a school for them. And then all that pedophilia and all that bullshit was going on at the school that she built. Nobody talked about it. Man, fuck Oprah. But you wanna jump on the train and talk shit about fucking Michael Jackson, who has done so much for our people and for our community. No, they too busy trying to get money and extort that nigga. That's why he ain't like grown-ups, because he know niggas is a bunch of fuckery. Now, was it some weird shit talking about we all gonna have a summer party and all this other shit? Yeah, that's some weird shit. But at the end of the day, those parents was there, and them people was sending their kids up there so they can get paid. Man, let me tell you something. You see me reading the chat when you see me stop. Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry is not on the fence. They love the black men that's not too masculine and willing to wear a dress. That's a fact. Now, Tyler Perry, that Madea shit, that shit is funny. Like, I saw his movie. I think the Madea shit is pretty funny. I give him props on how he do it. He's not as good as Eddie Murphy or as good as Martin. You know what I mean? Because Eddie Murphy is the funniest to me. Now, everybody can't put on the dress. I'll give them that because the shit is funny. I'm not putting on no fucking dress. Yeah, I'll put on a dress to fuck a bitch on camera. Motherfucker, oh, you want to put me in a dress? Good. Am I fucking her? Okay, cool. And 5, 4, 3, 2. And I'll lift that dress up and I'll get that nigga. Yeah. You want to put me? Yeah, put me. I bet you if niggas start saying, I'll wear a dress if I'm fucking that bitch on camera for real. They'll be like, cut. No, we can't do that. No. So disrespect. Nah. And Lee Daniels, man, fuck Lee Daniels. That nigga got a square, big head ass too. I ain't fuck that nigga, man. Man, Empire was good the first 2 seasons. Then they started making it about the moist nigga. And then look at what the moist nigga do. I'm the gay Tupac. You know, I'm not gonna follow, you know, I want justice. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Cause he can't survive off $50,000 a week. Nah, cause that nigga's a drug addict. That's what it is. And nigga didn't want to come out with the real facts. They all probably drug addicts. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Please, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I look at, first of all, Lee Daniels, you owe Dame Dash $2 million. So first of all, how you gonna wait 10 years to pay a nigga? What kind of shit is that? Nigga, you can't wait 10 years to pay them credit cards to pay them Caucasians? But we'll do each other like that. That's the shit that be making me mad. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who get mad. Fuck them all, man. I'm not looking to be on nigga. Nigga, call me and let me read a part of Empire. I'll be like, nah, I'm not reading that script. This is my script. Nigga, and don't come over here with the moist shit either. You ain't finna have, nah, fuck all that. See, they like to put that out there for men. They like that, black men. That's why I was getting into it with them fucking LGBTQ. They gonna jump on my timeline because I'm commenting on some shit that Tariq Nasheed put up. Nigga, don't get on my timeline talking that shit. Man, them niggas lucky I ain't seen them in person. Because I'll be like, first of all, man, stop trying to claim black people as a part of your fictitious community that y'all made up. That the dominant society, anything that they made up, y'all get the fuck away from it. They made up the NAACP. That was started by a white person. All those historically black colleges, Spelman, that's named after Rockefeller's wife. John D. Rockefeller, the head maker of the Federal fucking Reserve. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I don't want to hear this shit. That's why I be looking at people like, hey, man, we got to start educating ourselves. Look at this shit. They just now trying to fuck with that officer that killed Eric Gardner. They're just now, that shit was 5 years ago. They just now fucking with him. Just like Sandra Bland. They just now, well, we're going to look at some other stuff. Why y'all looking at it? That was on her phone the whole time. Man, get the fuck out of here. No, because we too busy jumping up and down because Joe Biden is running with his motherfucking devil demon ass. That nigga was right there signing that crime bill to lock up all those niggas. Then he was bold enough to say, I'm not giving black people money for what my ancestors did, but you benefiting from it though. And that's exactly what I told the LBGTQ LMNOP XYZ moist nigga. I said, but you're white, you're not benefiting because you're moist. You're benefiting because you're Caucasian. They're not looking at your mannerisms. They're just looking at, okay, he looks like me. When we accept that, we'll be all right. Look, I have accepted it. You read Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's book. You read Neely Fuller Jr.'s book. I'm going to show this every fucking podcast. Then you will accept what it is, and you will be trying to establish a system of white. You will be trying to replace the system of white supremacy and establish a system of justice. That's what you would be trying to do. You wouldn't even have time to be sitting up here talking about some clown shit about if Aisha Curry is getting enough dick. Like I said before, Aisha Curry, you want some dick? Then bitch, bring your ass to Las Vegas. Like I said on the last podcast, bitch. I'll show you some motherfucking attention. That's a fact. Man, I'll be worried about this shit. And that's why I'm like, oh, Steve Harvey, you got both your shows canceled. Now you all mad like, oh, they could have told me. Nah, nigga, they not gonna tell you, hoe ass nigga. That's what you get. I be watching shit. I look at how women even pick they men. Oh, you gotta have a job. I get it. You gotta have this. You gotta have that. And then when I be looking at a bitch like, okay, but what you got? How these bitches be living at home with their mom? Talking about, oh, he ain't got no job. Now I can't fuck with him. Bitch, you ain't even out your mama's house. You might as well climb back in your mama's pussy hole, bitch. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. How are you socializing your daughters, your nieces, your nephews? What are you telling them? Don't let them navigate through the system. Tell them where you fucked up at. Because if you don't tell them, they're going to fuck up twice as bad as you. Stop. Look, don't just send your kids to church talking about Jesus said it and then you good and oh, God will take care of it. Jesus did it. Jesus paid the way for us all. Let me tell you something. You can say that Jesus paid the way for us all, but Jesus ain't in that bedroom in physical person, in physical form, fucking you either. That's real dick fucking you and making those kids with you. And Jesus is not at the damn county line trying to get a county check and run game on the system because you ain't trying to work and that nigga trying to sell dope. So we gotta know who we picking and who we breeding with. And who we, come on, man. And stop having these unrealistic expectations. Come on, man. And then we'll have all these expectations on us, but then when it comes to the dominant society, we don't have no expectations on them. At all. At all. It's like that shit don't even exist. And stop hanging around. I'm telling you my perspective. Stop hanging around people that's a part of the dominant society and just letting them do the nigga jokes over and over again. And it's always making fun of niggas. I don't do that shit. See, I worked around that. And I kept quiet for a long time. And a lot of reason why I kept quiet, and I'm not making no excuse because I was like, I don't want to put my hands on nobody and lose my job. So I didn't know no other way. So I just was like quiet and didn't really say nothing. But man, the type of energy that I get off, motherfucker know they can't come over there with me with no fucking nigga jokes at all. At all. For nothing. Because I'm going to just look at them like this. Matter of fact, they already know. Because that's the type of energy I give out. People know. That's why I told you. Be like Dick Cheney. I'm gonna tell you, look, when you tell a nigga to be like a white person, then they'll go research it. If I say, hey man, this white person said such, nigga, as I'm speaking, they'll go look it up. But if it's a nigga, I ain't fucking with no nigga shit. You know niggas be bullshit. That's a fact. That's what I'm telling y'all. Go see Vice. It's about Dick Cheney, a white person. Then motherfuckers go watch it. For real. You know, we too busy worried about when the next Black Panther coming out. Just like they made Captain Marvel, you know, look dykish in Avengers movie. I like, hey man, what happened to the bitch's hair? I said, oh man, y'all got this bitch looking like a dyke in here. Like, man. And I was watching this other documentary too. It was about jailbirds, and it's about bitches in there. You know, you got, you know, bitches in there communicate with niggas and pushing shit through the toilets and, you know, to talk to each other and do all some kind of crazy shit. And I was just like, God damn, and I get it. Then you got bitches in there dyking and sleeping together and all that. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if y'all really hard, y'all really want to be a nigga, then send them bitches to a man prison then. Don't come over here with the bitches. I just be like, but the documentary was like kind of just focusing on the black women. They had a couple of white girls in there, but those girls was in there by choice. You white, you ain't got to be in there. Then they had a Latino, a Mexican girl in there, and she was like trying to be nonchalant at first. And then when she used that phone to call home, you know, nobody answered. Then she called the bail bondsman. She was like, "Oh, my bail's $100,000." They was like, "Oh, bitch, your bond gonna be $10,000." And she was like, "Can you go lower than that?" And the motherfucker's like, "Nah, bitch." Then the bitch started crying. Man, I was laughing my ass off. Bitch, that's what you get. That's what you get, bitch. Guilty, nigga. That's why I just be looking at these things. And I'm looking at Steve Harvey like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, because yo, see, when you start going on TV and trying to critique people like Monique, and then you that's supposed to be your home. If that's your homegirl, you was supposed to at least have her back in public. Like, I don't agree with everything Monique is doing, but that's my girl and I stand with her. But no, you so busy trying to make sure shit don't get knocked off your plate with your bald head ass. You know, you just kind of forgot about your homegirl. A lot of niggas do that. That's called Samboism. That's the Sambo in a nigga. And niggas naturally have that shit a lot because everybody want their money. That's why it's hard for us to work around each other in a corporate environment because of that. Because you got one nigga that's trying to impress the boss. Then you got one nigga that's trying to tell all other niggas what to do. Then you got one nigga that don't like that the other nigga trying to tell everybody else what to do. Then you got one nigga that's mad at the nigga that don't like the nigga. That it just, we don't know how to get around each other. Then, oh man, then we get around each other. Then we just start looking at each other crazy and we view each other as an enemy. I be laughing at that shit. I think that shit is funny. And the reason why I think it's funny is because at the end of the day, you melanated. And they don't give a fuck about, like, oh, you know, they love me. You making this money. And I remember he sent this email like, oh, I don't want to be bothered. Please don't come to me, ask me for no autographs and all this other shit. All right, clown. Good. And that's why NBC was like, exit stage left, clown. That's what you get. See, that's what I'm saying. It's more, it's bigger fish to fry. We celebrate Mother's Day. I'm not saying don't celebrate it, but remember this. It's some mothers that ain't celebrating because they kids got killed with impunity on video. And there ain't a goddamn thing they can do about it. Now they got to use the majority of their money paying fucking lawyer fees and shit because of this corrupt ass system that these Caucasians wrote up to keep us segregated and out of the fucking system. Come on, man. Look, the same people that wrote the Constitution are the same people that were slave owners. So why the fuck we sitting up here like, that's why, man, fuck Mount Rushmore, fuck George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all those motherfuckers. Fuck them. May they eternally burn in hell. And I hope their kids eternally burn in hell. Mentally. You like, damn, Warren, ain't they fault? Yeah, it is, because you benefiting from it and ain't nobody going against it. Ain't nobody fucking speaking up and being like, hey, this is some bullshit. No, motherfuckers be like, oh, I don't want to give up my white privilege. It's a fact. And the shit ain't gonna change. You're like, oh yeah, no, you know what it's gonna change? When we start loving each other and loving ourselves and having confidence. Have confidence in what you do. And stop worried about if everybody gonna accept it. That's a fact. Man, look, let me tell you something. If I was worried about everybody accepting me doing a podcast, I would have stopped doing a podcast a long time ago. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck. I do it because this shit is therapy for me. And somebody out there gonna listen to this shit and be laughing. Just like the last podcast I did. I'm pretty sure a lot of motherfuckers was laughing. Because, hey, I'm going to speak to the raw emotion that you probably go through. That you try to keep suppressed. And I get it. Because you don't want to be tripping. I get it. I'm just saying, if you're going to hold your people accountable, hold everybody else accountable too. So you want to hold, okay, we can hold black society accountable. But let's hold the dominant society accountable too. You like, what do you mean, Warren? Well, where are the black businesses at? We should be encouraged to have more black businesses on the west side. But every time I go look up, there's a Mariana's, and you drive up and down Eastern, in between Charleston and motherfucking Sierra, it ain't nothing but Mexican restaurants and you know, just rim places, everything for them. They got tire shops, all that shit. I'm not hating, but y'all didn't build this country. We did though. But then y'all come over here and look at us and try to start talking shit about us. And that's what I don't like. And I will never agree. I will never agree with that. That's why I don't like motherfuckers coming around me and talking this. They a Tupac fan or they listen to rap, man. Look, let me tell you something. They use our shit as entertainment. But our shit is soul shit. That's why I'll never give up on my people. I'll never give up on our music and our genre. And I can't wait until the 90s comes back full circle. Where if you're a producer, you better do your research. You better know who are the gods of producing. And you better try to sound totally different from somebody else. If you a singer, you better not try to be, oh, well, because it ain't no real singers. Ain't no real R&B. Caucasians that made it that way. It's auto-tune. You just get in there and do some auto-tune shit and get behind a mustard beat or some clown ass shit, and then you good. You golden. And then you good. Especially if you white. And then you can then be the naysayer for the nigga that come in. That's what this world has come to. When in the 90s, if you was white and you wasn't co-signed by somebody, like Eminem was co-signed by Drake, nigga wouldn't even let you in. And then niggas still didn't fuck with you after that. Lord Jamar, my brother, I was listening to the beats. I love production. So that's why I was like, man, you know, and there's at a time I was like, damn, you know, Eminem, he cold. But then as this racial climate started to take a turn and it started to get real serious, and I was noticing he was not speaking on racial issues that are affecting us, and you're benefiting from our culture. But then you go on BET and you start talking shit about Donald Trump. That's the easiest thing to do. No, why don't you talk about the system of white supremacy? Why don't you talk about the Ashkenazi, Khazarian Jews and their plan of New World Order that they have to dominate every other race, especially black people? That's why you better go read The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks by the Nation of Islam. Read that fucking book. That's a hard fucking book to read, man. That shit was hard. They had, in this book, they got certain text, not even text, writings on paper of how they would describe a black person, a black man or a black woman, and the bounty that they had on that black person. Like, oh, looking for a Negro wench who has nappy hair and crusty, dirty feet with no shoes. If you see her, please bring her back to this owner. Oh man, it was cold. I'm not lying. Go read the book. See, look, this is one thing about this podcast. Go fact check and go read the books, clown. You ain't got to take my word for it. Go read the books. This shit ain't no fucking prop. Nigga, this you think Nearly Fuller Jr.'s book is a prop, nigga? That's how I learned how to navigate in corporate America. Really know how to navigate after I read his book. That's how I learned about racial showcasing confusion. And that's what Steve Harvey exhibited. Racial showcasing confusion. How many times I gotta tell you that? They pick one nigga out the group. I see them do it at every, look, I worked at a lot of corporate plantations, and every corporate plantation, I seen them do it. They pick out the one nigga who shows promise, you know what I'm saying? And they try to give him, you know, the keys to the fucking city, and then they expect every other black person to model their behavior after that. And then we get mad at the niggas You know, because they don't want to model our behavior. But that comes from lack of knowledge of self and knowing like every black person is different. Every black person's melanin doesn't operate the same way. Some people are not enlightened. And if you're in that position, you may not be enlightened, because if you are enlightened, when you get around, you would get around your people and you would explain to them, man, you don't need to do all that. It's all good. I got you. And then they'll look at you different. See, hey man, it's about education, man. And it's about knowing, please don't model Steve Harvey's behavior, because they're going to do to you exactly what they did to him. That's why Nick Cannon got the fuck out of there. It was like, fuck y'all niggas, man. I do my own shit. I been getting bread since I was 16 years old. I don't give a fuck about this shit. I did the right thing with my money. And Nick Cannon done fucked all the bad hoes. That's the nigga you want to talk to. And then he got the big fish. No diss. That nigga had a baby by Mariah Carey. It's a wrap. What else you need to do? For real. I don't care who fucked Mariah Carey. I'm talking about who had kids with her. You don't have to worry about child support with Mariah Carey in this bitch. I'm just saying, man. We gotta be the controller of the narrative. Stop letting everybody else control your narrative and get around motherfuckers, and then to me, they want to railroad what you got going on. Let me read in the chat room. Facts. Is an all that? Yes, that was crazy. They had fucked up descriptions. What was fucked up descriptions? They had fucked up descriptions. Tell me what that was, Johnny. But I'll tell you, man. And look, there's no diss, and I'm going to say this before I get out there. A lot of it got to do with church. This is just my perspective. I grew up in church. I seen so many motherfuckers get married just so they can fuck each other, instead of just fucking each other and not telling everybody. But that religion got you so fucked up, you have to go before the church and tell everybody, well, you know what? I sinned because I fucked this bitch because I just wanted to fuck. You know, God forgive me. Man, please. And churches are out of line for making people do that. If you, like, what did the Bible say? If you free from sin, then you cast the first stone. First of all, how the fuck you gonna be preaching from the good book and it basically tells you don't fuck with the swine? In every church, they feeding bacon and pork ribs. So I don't want to hear that shit. And it's not about being disrespectful. See, you can do it with tact, and you can do it in a way. You can do it in such a way where it's intellectual. And let me read some. Oh, in the secret relationship between Jews and blacks. Yes, you read. Hey, that book is crazy. I'm telling you, it took me so long. This is when I first started getting into reading books, man. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? It was like kind of pissing me off. Like in the secret relationship between Jews and blacks, it was telling you whose names was like Bravo. Bravo is a Jew last name. And Bravo TV. And on Bravo TV, what is their biggest moneymaker? The Real Housewives of Atlanta. The house bitches. And they just happen to be black. It's not the other ones, it's them. That's where the most chaos and drama be at. And then you got the New Jersey bitches and on there and them too. But the black women, they probably make the most money for the channel. Behind every successful black man or woman, you will find a successful Ashkenazi Khazarian Jewish lawyer. Fact. And accountant. You don't believe me? Huh. Just look. You'll see. Look hard enough. That's because we too busy worried about Aisha Curry talking about she wants some dick. I'll keep repeating that. Like, bitch, what you mean? And then you got motherfucking clown ass niggas like Steve Harvey talking about, oh, this ain't the money game. I'm gonna keep repeating that. You know why? Because now it has prevailed. Nobody want to give Monique props, but it has prevailed. She even went on the Breakfast Club, and see, this is what tripped me out about the Breakfast Club. They pick and choose who they want to go at. Have that same energy with everybody. I get it. I get that Monique was very hostile when she worked, and you could tell by the energy she was very hostile. But goddamn, look at what happened. Look at the aftermath. Steve Harvey loses his job. Lee Daniel owed Dame Dash $2 million. Right? Oprah goes after Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer of all time. Better than Beyonce. Sorry, Beyonce, but he's better than you. Facts. I'm just sorry. He's better than you. And he's got a bigger catalog than you. And he owned 50% of Sony. You didn't, clown, so gotta be crazy. Gotta be going so crazy right now. I can't go, yeah, whatever. And while you got everybody going crazy, Michael Jackson was in the back counting money. Facts. That's why the Jackson estate makes $2 billion a year. $2 billion. So you don't mean that the motherfucking Jews was set out to get whatever they can from him? Please. This is the only man that, like I said before, went on national television, shut down Times Square, and said Tommy Mottola is a fucking racist. Come on, man. Motherfuckers act like because they date black women or they date outside their race that they still don't uphold the rules, policies, and procedures of the system of white supremacy. Well, they do. They do. Now, on rare occasions, you do have some motherfuckers that's like, nah, hell nah. I date outside my race. Man, one of my homegirls, man, they used to talk about it all the time. And they'll tell you, man, I don't fuck with them white people. And I'd be like, well, you white too. Yeah, I'm white, but I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them, period. Everybody around me is black, period. I can deal with that. They don't even, I remember she was like, they don't even want to see it from a white perspective. Why? Now, I'm not telling you at the job, act a goddamn fool, but shit, once you get to the job, you're not head up. They're not holding a gun to your head and being like, oh, well, you still better be a part of the system. No. You got to do what you got to do at the job. I understand that. But the dominant society, the people that really know us, we're in a system of white supremacy and the deck is stacked against melanated people, man, they going to be the motherfucker that's like, they going to be like John Brown. But you notice they don't talk about John Brown. They don't talk about John Brown. John Brown was like, you know what, this is bad. We're going to have bad karma behind enslaving all these black people. And matter of fact, not even that, we're going to go to hell. So we need to kill all these white slave masters and let all these black people go free. And that's the only way things will be better. And Hayward Shepherd was the dry stitching motherfucker who probably had a mentality like Steve Harvey's coon ass. And go tell everybody, John Brown and them is coming, y'all. You know how y'all niggas do. That shit. Hey, man, what are we learning from this? What are we learning from motherfuckers like Steve Harvey? What are we learning from people like Eric Gardner's family and how they got to still go through this and watch the justice system take all fucking day because they don't have no money? You know that half their money probably went to legal fees. What the fuck is $5 million going to do for a family when at the end of the day, to me, what is that going to do for a family at the end of the day? They're going to spend the majority of their money on legal fees. And they in New York. So what the fuck you going to do with $5 million? Unless you invest it and flip it? Come on, man. They know what it is. Y'all just need to know what it is. Look, man, it's been fun. It's been real. I done went over. My bad. But, man, you know what I'm saying? When I get to talk about this shit, I be like, man, what the fuck, man? But for real, hey, y'all ladies. Date real motherfuckers and date motherfuckers that's on your playing field. Stop trying to go out and go get these. See, let me tell you something. I know what y'all ladies want. And I'm going to discuss this when me and Nuke do the No Way Out podcast this Thursday. Hopefully this Thursday we get it cracking. I know what y'all ladies want. And I'm talking about most women. Y'all want a Billy Club nigga. Y'all want a nigga with a Billy Club, a Lexington Steel motherfucker, Wesley's Pipes beating down them walls. Y'all want a Lexington Steel nigga with the Billy Club, and then y'all want Bill Gates money. Well, bitch, that ain't happening in this fucking world. Period. You ain't getting both. And even the nigga that's got the Billy Club, that nigga only gonna fuck you for so long. He be like, all right, bitch, I'm about to go chase some more hoes. And I got other shit to be worried about. And now stop, and y'all niggas can't be talking about, man, you know, fuck these bitches. You know what I'm saying? No, we gotta know what it is, man. Mentor these women. Be the guy. And women, stop being ignorant ass motherfuckers and being emotional and stop trying to listen to niggas. You'll listen to your pastor. They'll listen to a motherfucker they not even fucking. But the nigga that you fucking with laying down with, you act like you can't even listen to him. That's shit that I see sometimes. I'm like, damn, man, why would you do that? But you listen to it. My pastor said, yo, pastor, you not fucking the pastor. Then go fuck the pastor. But anyway, man, I went over. Hey, man, this is the No I Don't Know podcast. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Like I said before, Shawnee Brown, no. Screwhead, no. Everybody that be in the chat room, it don't be a lot, but hey, I like it. I do it because I like doing this. I don't give a fuck what niggas think. Man, if I was on here cloud chasing, I'd be on doing some cool shit. I bet you if I was on here talking about fuck niggas and fuck black people, and then a whole bunch of motherfuckers to fuck with me. But it's all good. Appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. Send it to people that you know that vibe with it. Hey, man, I appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.